Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the judge in the Hunter Biden trial has made a decision right after Hunter Biden made his own decision. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, guys, check that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. And if you go there, hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us to keep preserving conservative, traditional American values. Hunter Biden appeared in court yesterday and shocked everyone when he pled guilty. He wanted to change his plea to guilty, and eventually the judge accepted that plea, which was a decision not everybody was sure the judge was going to make. Now, the judge laid out the possible punishments for Mr. Biden, and they're extensive. And, he could face time behind bars. I don't think he will, but he could. And the reason he gave for taking the plea, or for changing his plea, was he didn't want to put his family through this again. He didn't want all the stuff that happened when he was addicted to drugs to come out and embarrass his family. And it sounds like he thinks, there was a witch hunt going on here, and I don't disagree with him. I've said this before, and I say it again. The reason you guys come to me is because I give you truth. You want lies, you want propaganda, there's other people that can tell you that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you truth as I see it. And that may make me popular with some people, and with some people, look, if you're not telling them what they want to hear, they go somewhere else, and that's fine. If you don't want the truth, I'm not your guy. But the truth is, I believe Donald Trump is being tried in all these cases because he's Donald Trump. And Hunter Biden's being tried in all these cases because he's Hunter Biden. I think that it's politics at play here for both people. I don't think Hunter should be getting put through the ringer like this, and the darkest secrets of his life that have nothing to do with politics being laid bare for everybody. Because how many people in our families have issues? How many of us have issues that we won't want the world to know about, right? They're things that we dealt with and moved on. Fortunately, I was never addicted to drugs or alcohol. That's fortunate for me, but it's not the same. I can't say the same for other people I know. And they're good people. They just had an addiction. They beat that addiction. It doesn't make them bad people. And I don't think it makes Hunter Biden a bad person. I think other things Hunter Biden has done has made him a bad person. And I think that other things he's done, he should be on trial for. But this tax case is the least of them. Just like the case with Alvin Bragg is the least of, the Trump stuff that they could have got him on. So I think that, I think politics is at play here. But I want you to watch this report and then let me know what you think in the comments.
And speaking of a lot going on, it's a very busy afternoon here at The Lead. We have another breaking news story for you right now involving the Hunter Biden case out in California. Let's go straight to CNN's Evan Perez in Los Angeles. Evan, we talked to in the last hour, and Hunter Biden, despite what we believed he was going to do, actually offered to plead guilty. Any news on that?
You're limited anyway.
Yes, Jake. The judge has now accepted Hunter's formal plea to plead guilty on all 9 counts that he was facing. Now, we spent the last couple of hours with prosecutors basically running through all 56 pages of this indictment that goes through a lot of the behavior that prosecutors said he was doing during the time he was addicted to crack cocaine, earning millions of dollars, about $7 million during this time, but not paying his taxes. Instead, what prosecutors said, and they read all of these details out in court, they said he was spending his money on exotic dancers, on sex clubs, basically everything he was claiming as business expenses, and they were not business expenses. And so at the end of that period, the judge, Mark Scarsi, asked Hunter Biden whether he pleaded guilty to each specific count. After each one, Hunter Biden said guilty. And at the end of that, the judge accepted the plea, and he scheduled sentencing for Hunter Biden on December 16th. Of course, that means both convictions for Hunter Biden. He was earlier this year was convicted on gun charges in Wilmington, Delaware. That sentencing is set for mid-November. So both of these now will be set for after the November election. The date there, of course, Jake, you know, is very key. The President of the United States has said that he is not going to pardon his son. The White House has said it's not going to be a commutation. But those are obviously things when the president was still running for re-election. That is no longer the case. We're expecting Hunter Biden to make his way out of the federal courthouse here in downtown Los Angeles any minute now. Keep in mind, Jake, you know, we spent all day here. There are about 120 prospective jurors who came here expecting voir dire, which was the process by which they would select a jury. It was expected to take a couple of days, and none of that have happened because we saw what Hunter Biden was dead set on emerging from this courthouse without having to go through that expensive trial. Jake?
What kind of punishment do you think Hunter Biden is going to face now? Let's assuming he doesn't get pardoned or commuted before theoretically whatever happens.
Yeah, the judge actually made sure to remind Hunter Biden of all of the very severe sentences that could be coming from this guilty plea. He said that these 9 offenses could add up to a maximum of 17 years in prison, Jake, and then also about $750,000 in fines, according to prosecutors. That was something that they made sure Hunter Biden understood before he accepted the plea. He said he did understand all of those circumstances, Jake.
All right, Evan Pettis, thanks so much. We're going to stay on top of all of this breaking.